Lucky number 13. Wee-hee. They're coming in thick and fast, flying by, having too much fun.
Yeah, indeed. Podcast 13. Hello.
Podcast number 13.
Well, that's an afternoon party today, so we got a little Coke Zero instead of a coffee.
Pepsi Max, the best drink.
Nice. Well, welcome to podcast number 13.
We've got some good ones. So this week, heads down, we've been focusing on launching ads and AI SMSs this week, which is really fucking exciting.
Yeah, it's been another busy week. Heads down, working. Yeah, like you say, mate. Yeah, good week.
Yeah, but I think we've been talking about when generally we need to have a line. I think what we're learning is a line of probably how far we go into somebody else's business, because what we've done on one of these clients here is we've plugged into their actual CRM from our CRM, which is great. Obviously, it makes it a very smooth transition that comes with its own sets of challenges, shall you say, because your system is plugging into their already built system, and they might do things slightly different. They might do things a certain way.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. 'Cause they might have, oh, yeah, but it's not this. And the more systems you go into, the more it's all about the flow of information, what goes in, what comes out. And if you're not fully in charge in that, you're not in control of how their CRM works and it's a bit of a pain, but it's a good learning curve. Went really well.
When we're essentially running ads to a straightforward one calendar, and you've got one area or wherever you're servicing, you literally have the leads come in and then they plug into one calendar. In this situation, for this particular client, they've got 3 or 4 different areas.
Well, there's 5 different calendars.
5 different calendars. So that creates not a flow nightmare, but a flow headache.
Yeah, well, it was a headache, but it's all solved now. So yeah, it was figuring it out, but then yeah, it's all fixed and it's looking good, and now it's live and just it's in test mode now.
Yeah, but talk me through now, because you were going through and building out, making sure, for example, if they're only free 8 till 12 in this area, and then they're free like 12 till 4 in another area, how does that look from a back end perspective?
So back end, initially what I tried to do was and it did work, but it just wasn't 100%. Is as the lead comes in, the AI would then figure out where they are and then provide the correct calendar. But instead of that, what I did was when they submit the form, it branched it into the different service areas, and before it gets to the AI, it's already done. So then it's not deterministic. The AI is not trying to decide something that is important. We make that choice for it, and then we let it do the work after that. So yeah.
I think that's one of the things that we've learned through our journeys is we shouldn't really be letting AI make some certain decisions, because it can go off the rails.
No, exactly that. And if it has to be right, if they book it on the wrong calendar, that's a disaster. Because one a house can be an hour or an hour and a half away, and if you've only got 45 minutes to get there, it just doesn't work. So yeah, the way we set up is different buffers for different areas, so then you have different time to get to different places. So allowing the AI to decide that, you don't need to do that. So we can do that and program and hard code it ourselves. So
yeah. And what we've done for ourselves is also just to make sure that we're super organized, because we're both obviously in our own, you look after your bits, I look after my bits. But one of the main things that I said would be really cool if we could get some level of autonomy, that we have this central, not database, but a central hub. That's a great word for it. A central hub where we both work. It can monitor what we're both working on. And just to make sure that we're going both in the right direction and make sure we can see what each other are doing and that it's all working towards the same goal, we've now built an AI operating system that essentially we talk to, and it makes sure that we both know what's going on and distributing the right tasks to the right people. So myself and yourself, and it knows all of our roles, what we both do, what our strengths are, and then where to distribute the different pieces of work. So that's been quite an interesting project. Yeah, it's just developed very, very quickly.
Yeah, you've done some good research on that, and it's really good now that we can use that. We have all our different skills. We have one hub, and then we have like the skills, where they go and do all the individual tasks, and we control them from the main hub. And then we have a new dashboard where we get up in the morning and it tells us exactly what we're working on, what we need to do. We can check them off, and it just learns more and more about us and just gets more and more intelligent about the way we run our business. So it's super exciting.
It is. So because we're doing so many different tasks, but also sometimes when you bring on a new client and it's the same type of niche, you are essentially replicating the same job onto that next client. So one of the main things that we are building is AI agents for the different tasks that we do. So that main hub, if I say, can you go build me I don't know, this type of setup on this client, it will automatically just go, right, okay, here's the framework, off it goes. And then it does the first part of the heavy lifting all for like ourselves. And then we can plug in and do, right, that's that, which is really super interesting. It's super useful for time as well.
Like you say, for a simple one that's easier to explain, website. Something we go and build a skill of a website exactly the way we want it to work. And then when people come in now, because they're repeatable tasks, we can get it to 80% without any human input. And then we go and put the extra percent at the end to do the final, the final checks and the real juice that knowledge wise, you may know. You'll try and plug it into the skill, but you still at the point, I think, where, you still want the human touch to just to go through and just make sure everything's right. So it's super exciting, man.
Yeah. And one of the main things, we obviously do this podcast weekly. And one of the things that I was trying to think of was because it takes time to go through that long form, break it down to short form, make sure I've got all mine scheduled out, make sure then we've got ones for you to schedule out. So I've been working on a way to have everything automated. So essentially a content AI system, which is purely hands off. So we upload the YouTube video, then the AI knows it's been uploaded. So it by itself, it will go away, it will clip everything that for my socials. It will then do the same clips, but then for your socials, and then have everything automated, captions, hashtags, everything for Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, just everything done.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's really cool. I remember it was fair that you were behind me and doing it, because you had the AI to start off with. Were you having issues with the timing?
Yeah,
the voice.
The syncing. What happens was the captions were coming after the voice was being played, and it was it was about 200 milliseconds, but you could see the difference. And I was just working with it. Right, learn this. Do not make this mistake. And so it's trying to just work out those kinks in there. And because there's only so much you can do with a different system's API, you then have to potentially just, the API let you do so much, but then you have to manually go and understand what is the platform actually doing and steal it from the developer tools and be like, right, now we use it this way. So you'll find with some platforms, you can only do so much with what they call their API, which is their interface. So you'll need to figure out ways around it. You might hit blockers, and you have to try and figure out the way to make that solution.
To get around it, yeah. There's always obstacles to it, but mate, it's looking good though. Yeah, super excited to now test out some new clients and the new dashboard and the new interface, and really get some of these agents and these skills working, rather than, because a lot of people, and even us, sometimes you can just use Claude, but you can just get stuck into a hole. But like you said, you want to take a step back and go, is this going to be a repeatable process? Okay, if it is, along the way, let's build this as a skill, plug it into the main hub, and then it's just like having another employee that you are training on doing this. Because the truth is, if you can click it and do it, the AI can do it. That's the thing. So it's just teaching it the way that you want it, and then it's just a simple, easy, repeatable process.
Definitely a lot to get your head around, and easily able to sink a few days into something and then put your head up and think, where's that time gone? And shit, fuck.
That's what I say, because you are literally in the matrix.
Yeah.
You are coding, because the funny thing is, we don't even type anymore.
Oh yeah, we've opened up the door, obviously, voice chat, which is, there's voice flow, there's one called Handy, which is free. But essentially what you do is programmed it so you press a button, talk to it, and then you can just interface with the computer. So now both of us are most of the time just pressing a button, talking to the computer, and then that's how our day is. I don't think either me and you yesterday even did much typing.
The funny thing is, obviously, I've done actual manual labour jobs, hard, real world, hard jobs. And yesterday, when I was I went to go do something. I started typing. I was like, why am I doing that manual labor? As I was speaking, I was, oh my god.
Yeah, man, it's it maybe you think what crazy world we're in at the moment.
It's a busy time.
It's incredible. Like I'm having a great time and definitely learning a heck of a lot by just having problems, and then we're both just solving the problems and learning as we go. So it's quite fun.
Yeah.
But more of our ads have gone out. So what we've done is we're running ads for the AI company, pushing down into the home services niche, and we're finding that we've put way more friction on it now to just stop low quality coming in. And we've only been out for a few days, so we need some more time to let it test and find out the winning angles. But yeah, it's definitely having that layer of friction has stopped
Yeah.
the crud coming through. So one of the things that I really love that you've done is you created a dashboard off the back of the AI OS. So now everything feeds into this one dashboard that we both just log in and we can see, oh, this is the main goal of the business for this week. And here's Adam's task, here's Rob's tasks. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was a nice one. I mean, you did most of the you done most of the dashboard, actual back end, figure out what, and I just took it over and just added a front end interface. So it was super easy. That didn't take so long. So we're just kind of learning things to. You can get stuck in these holes just to ship things quicker.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I'm learning because I'm like a perfectionist. I'm so used to like doing it and the way that I want things, and it just takes time sometimes. So just learning to ship, but then along the way, add them as skills and then they're agents, and it's just repeatable. So.
It was funny, that conversation was like, oh, we could do this and this and this and this. I was like, Rob, we just need this tiny little thing. And you were like, yeah, you're right. I need to stop going this.
I know. I just like that. Once I start building stuff, I like making it with all the bells and whistles. That's what I find fascinating. Yeah. Yeah. So where are we at? What we at this week? So this week got another busy week. We're just launching our new website for Serenium. We're just rebranding that.
That looks so good.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yes. Yeah. So one of the things, obviously, we have our original website, which was essentially like a one-pager, just not really optimized for keywords or anything, just somewhere that people had to go. But now we've kind of refined where we're going with the business, what the niches are. Then you're just taking over, mate, and it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. So that'll be finished tonight/tomorrow. So but that's optimized for keywords and So yes, it's great, man. So it's gonna be super nice having a new website that really represents a new angle and like goal of the business. So yeah, super exciting.
One of the things we've been diving into is AI creative as well. So that
we have.
So my background was previously like videography, social media, etc. So generally all the ads we get created are using a videographer script, and then they're built like that. But one of the doors that seems to be available at the moment is using AI creative to actually push into ads. And I thought, well, if we can open that door and we can get it right, then
that's a whole nother angle. One, it's a bolt on to what we already offer, but two, it's just another marketing angle for us to get in front of people. Do you want to run ads but don't want to be on camera type thing? So,
so I've opened the door to that and just been looking at using things like Nano Banana, VO Pro, Nano Banana, VO3, Kling, all these different options, and experimenting to see what actually can be done, and then see what the outcome could be. Because obviously you just have to practice and play with it to get better and better.
It's mainly to the prompt again, isn't it? Like they say, garbage in versus garbage out.
Yeah, like I've noticed that even with what this seems to be, you have to get the images correct and then feed them into making it be video, and have to get a very clear storyboard so it knows where to go with it. I think we're still in the not necessarily early stages, but I know that I'm in the early stages of AI creative, and it's super interesting to see where it goes.
Cool. Yeah. I don't know where else to go with that. Yeah, that's it.
Well, we've had a nice day. It's been wonderful sun out there. And we've been in the downtown university district of Calgary, and played some frisbee, had some ice cream. Yeah, which is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it was.
Was that like a special place, or just
which one? What, the
Village Centre one? Yeah.
Nick's been there somewhere before, but not that one.
It's not like a famous McKay's one. No.
No.
McKay's is a famous one over in the Cochrane place that everyone goes to, and usually has a queue out the door nearly every day.
There is indeed. So yeah, where are we at now? So a shoot to the gym.
Yep.
And then a barbecue.
Your homemade Robbie burgers. So for anyone that doesn't know, Rob is a killer chef. And I didn't know until we moved in together. And when he was cooking, I was like, this is amazing. It's better than the stuff I'm cooking. And then he makes burgers, loves the barbecue. I'm like, I'll clean up, mate. Don't you worry. Just like whack my apron on. Like,
I do love a barbecue.
oh, mate, I love you cooking a barbecue. It's fantastic. I'm happy with that distribution of work.
Yeah.
Mate, I'll wash up. I'm happy just put some music on or whatever, wash up, and then you've cooked all the. I'm like,
Yeah.
magnifique.
It is indeed. Yes, sir. So yeah, gym time and then barbecue time, and another good week ahead of us. Get ready, nice chill Sunday, a little bit of work, a little bit of out and about, and get ready for another great week.
And one of the fun things that we both did yesterday was because we were using so many different windows, essentially so many instances creating agents. I was like, I just need to know when like one of them's done. So I was like, I had this idea. Why don't I just like program it so that when it's finished the task, it makes a noise. And I thought, what's going to really like stand out? And it gave me some of the play ones like glass smashing and a notification. I thought, nah, I need something better than that. And Rob makes Michael Jackson comments all the time. And I thought, do you know what? And it goes every time. Yeah, that's the one. So every time a task finishes, and then Rob did it for his. All you hear in the office is us talking like now and then to the computer, and then all we hear is. It's pretty good.
I was saying, I don't know how long it'll take for us to get sick of that, or it might be really good if we've got a super stressful day. Might go either way, and it might just make you have a little chuckle or throw you over the edge.
You know, so we find out to be told. There we are. Well, let's go on, Jim.
Like and subscribe, baby.
Subscribe.